This is Pam from the Birch Cottage blog. Today I would like to show you how to crochet the single crochet thermal stitch.
Alright, so let's learn how to work this thermal stitch. In this stitch I'm using Lily's Sugar and Cream yarn from Abbreviations. This is a 100% cotton yarn. The color is called Overcast, and I purchased this yarn at Abbreviations. I have my 2 skeins of yarn and I have my crochet hook. And I put the 2 skeins together, 2 strands together, and I'm working them 2 strands together as one, as if this were one strand of yarn. And so far I've chained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches. And what we're going to do is we're going to crochet into the bump of the chain stitches, these stitches that run down kind of like the spine of the back of the chain stitches. We're not going to work in the top like we normally do. We're certainly not going to work in the bottom, but we're going to work in these little humps. So we'll find this hump here, insert my hook. It's a little more difficult sometimes when you're working with 2 strands of yarn, but there we go. We've got my hook, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, single crochet made. Again, I'm not working in the front, I'm not going through the back, but rather I'm working in these humps on the back of my chain stitches to make single crochet stitches across. And the next hump is right here. Working with cotton yarn can sometimes be a little challenging because the yarn likes to split. So just take your time and work with it. And then the next stitch goes in this hump. And you may find as you're working this that the first few rows, it's just easier if you hold your work like this than if you try to work it down like that. So hold your work so it's facing you. Insert your hook under the hump, yarn over, pull up the yarn, yarn over, pull through. You just made a single crochet. We're going to go through the next hump, which should be 2 strands of yarn, yarn over, pull it up, make another single crochet, and then continue to make a single crochet in the humps across that chain stitch row. Insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull it through both loops, make a single crochet, and we've got one more hump here. And it is right there. Gets a little twisted on that last stitch. Whoops. Yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull through. And there we've just made our first row of single crochet using our thermal stitch base chain row, okay? And I just pulled that out. That's okay. Whoops, single crochet. So I'm going to chain 1. And now for the fun part. I'm going to keep my work. We just finished this row. I chained 10. Then I went back and I worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochets across, and we crocheted into the hump of the chain. I did a chain 1, and then what we're going to do is go into this front loop only. We're not going back through here, we're not turning our work and going in the back. We're keeping this facing us. We're going to go into this loop only, and then we're going to go down here and catch that loop from the chain stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull it through 2. Again, we're going to go into this loop only, which would be the back loop only of this single crochet that you just did, and then the front loop of the chain stitch. Insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull it through. We just made another single crochet stitch. So through this, the back loop only of that stitch, the front of the single crochet, which we totally skipped over when we were doing our single crochet row, yarn over and single crochet. Insert hook, down to the next row, yarn over, pull up the loop, yarn over, pull it through. All right, try this again. So insert your hook, insert it into the next row, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops, because you've got 2 strands of yarn here, yarn over and pull it through both. Insert into the back loop only of the next stitch, the front of the previous row, which kind of looks like the back loop, I guess. Yarn over, pull that up, yarn over, another single crochet. Okay, I've managed to mess this yarn up already. Single crochet into the next stitch and the stitch below, just the front loop, not the entire loop of it. Pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through. This next stitch right here and the next stitch down the previous row below that, yarn over and pull it through. And then for the next one, insert our hook, pick up that first, yarn over, pull it through both, yarn over, pull it through. And there we have made our first thermal stitch row. See how nice and lusciously thick this is? Again, chain 1, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Insert your hook, go down and pick up this luscious row, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through, and into the next stitch and the previous row, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull it through both. Insert my hook, previous row, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, single crochet made. Insert through the back loop and the front loop of the previous row, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, through both loops, another single crochet made. And let's just continue that through this row so we can see what the next row looks like. Whoops. Through. The more rows of these you do, the easier this stitch gets, because you've got, you know, more fabric, more yarn to hold on to. Oops, I missed a loop. Let's get both of those. Here we go. And through here, and then down here, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through, another single crochet made, yarn over here, and then down to that row. Whoops. This last stitch can sometimes be a pain. But like I said, once you get a few more rows on your hook, this gets to be a lot easier because you've got more to hold on to. Again, chain 1, and see how nice that is. Nice and thick. This is really, really thick. Can you see how this is getting to be a little easier, or might get a little easier to work with if you don't let your yarn get all knotted like I did? So I did my chain 1, and I'm not really turning my work because if I hold it like this, I can see what I'm doing a lot better. So chain 1, insert my hook into the back loop only. If this were facing me, I would be going right into here. And I'm going to go down and catch this stitch. Yarn over, pull that up, yarn over, pull it through. Just made a single crochet. Insert, insert, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, insert. Can you see how this is getting easier to work? It really is. And those stitches just kind of line up. What we're doing is we're single crocheting into the back and front loops only of the previous row and the row previous to that. So the last 2 rows. This is our previous row, and this is the row prior to that. And what we're essentially doing, and you can see, is that the front of our work is being hidden inside our stitches. So what we're really seeing on the outside of this thermal stitch is the inside of the stitches, because we're hiding all the front of the stitches inside these stitches as we work them. So insert my hook, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through both. Insert to the next stitch, see where I am, yarn over, pull it up, yarn over, pull it through both loops. And the last stitch can be hard to find sometimes. Right here. Maybe I shouldn't crochet so tight, you think? All right, I think I got it. Yarn over, pull it through both loops. This is, I don't know if you can really tell, this is a really nice, thick stitch. So we'll chain 1, and then we'll repeat this process. Insert our loop, our hook, into the previous row, and then the row before that, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, 2. If we hold it this way, we have to kind of look back. We're going into the middle of this loop and then into the back of that loop, yarn over, pull up, there we go.
Thank you for watching my YouTube video. If this video was helpful to you, be sure to like it below and subscribe to my YouTube channel.